just as an FYI. So it would actually be 4-3.
And you, bam.
So there you go. Pro tips.
Take that, producer.
Yeah. Fucking yes, the Saber sensor sucks at producing.
Oh snap! No, he didn't.
Hey guys, welcome back to the ASL Prime League. We got a T-Rex underway, so let's get these introductions started. In the bottom left corner of the map, we've got from Root Gaming, the Purple Zerg player,
Hydra.
And this one at the top right really quick, it's going to be from Team X, the Pink Terror player. It's going to be that's known as
Ryung.
And he's going for some cheese, and I believe Hydra missed this with the Overlord Scout. In fact, he did. So,
oh my god.
He goes pool, second, tempo. He goes hatch, gas, pool, tempo. He goes hatch, gas, pool, tempo.
Ooh, so this is such a weird situation, right? You see so many T-Rexes that can end in disaster. You know, you lose the hatchery, but then, of course, like a Baneling Bust follows it up. So even if they lose the hatchery, say Hydra does, and he sees it, he can go kind of counterattack because he's mining gas. But the problem is he's going to see it at the last possible second, so he can't even, like, prepare at all. Now he does. He's like, oh, snap. What am I going to do to prepare for this?
Okay, so pre-pulling drones can sometimes work. Getting those on the ground before it gets out of hand, but I feel like this is going to be a bad situation for Hydra. Not a good way to start off a best of 3.
No, for sure. He hasn't been T-Rexed at all this whole series, too. And you know what? Was even playing safely against Jakji when the first game, when he opened up with the pool first. This time, not the case. Is he just really realizing it now? Oh my god, this is the worst case scenario. This is the absolute worst case scenario for Hydra. Excuse me.
Oh, team tempo.
Dude, yep. Yo, there's no way else to talk about this, guys, but this is just a dire situation. It is going to have to come to this Ling Bane attack out of Hydra to follow it up.
Actually,
how young.
There's a lot of different ways to deal with the T-Rex, and a lot of people have different styles, and they all work. Snoot, for example, put 3 spines in the high ground with a creep germ on the low ground. Some folks will go for the Bane Lust, like we see now. I actually really like True from Dead Pixels. He does the Roach Burrow tactic as a response to this, and I've never seen it fail yet.
Really? That's actually really cool. I never thought of that. I'm always too busy frantically making lings and losing them to the Marines that are in this boat.
You're like, why do I keep running into this? It's not accomplishing anything.
Freaking AI. But Speed is about to finish, and I mean, he didn't even go when Speed was finished, but he's just trying to go as fast as possible. Ryung knows exactly what is going to be coming, and is he going to prepare in time for it? Oh, those barracks are floating back, but Speed is going to be done. I don't think he's going to get the wall off in time.
Look at the wall! Look at the wall of Ryung right now! Oh.
I just don't think he's going to get it in time.
I think he is, actually. The Link stopped to watch. They're hoping to catch the Marines.
Oh my god, Hero, SCV, and Marines. It is going to be so close, Rifkin.
I really like that they left 1 Marine on the other side of the map. It peppers up some of the units around across the map. It guarantees the hatchery doesn't go down unattended. But while this goes on, the Marines get slaughtered. That sucks, but he gets the wall down.
Yes, that is it. The time that he just bought, and he needs to start making those units ASAP. Getting that SCV, though. Get down. Getting really nice surface area on that command center, and it cannot be repaired because it is not complete. This is so scary. Oh, SCV, scumbag SCV, not even...
but...
yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
I still think it's okay. The Marines are killing the Lings, and this is not going well for Hydra. Ryung very well may go for a faster 3rd CC behind us, too. Salvage the bunker, realizing he doesn't need it. In fact, there we go.
There he goes.
3rd CC on the way. Wait, why is that CC on location? What the fuck? Oh, you know what it is? This sounds stupid. It's because he doesn't want to lose the wall. So that actually makes sense.
Yeah. It's just funny, though, when you think about it. Like, you know what?
This is the beefiest wall. You can't Bane Bust this so easily. This
Not
is
off
really
of one base, no.
Yeah.
Efficiently.
I like this for Ryung. I really like this a lot. Now, the bunkers did get killed / salvaged on this side of the map. I didn't really see what happened, but he's going mech behind this, and I actually don't like this at all. Now, this might just be mech. This might be Blue Flame Hellion, kind of a signature move out of Ryung. But for the most part, I mean, mech is a very strong way to play this game, but it's a slow way to play the game, and you can't capitalize on the fact that you've just done all this damage in the early game.
I agree 100%. Yeah, if he does go for that kind of mech style, then it would have to be some kind of mech style where you go for the timing and hit with a bunch of...
That scan, it revealed the Baneling Nest, so he puts down more bunkers at the top of the ramp because he thinks some crazy all-in bust is coming, but realistically... Hydra's taking a third base. He's just looking to mac around of this, and Ryung is absolutely overreacting right now. I don't blame him though. I've definitely seen him lose to that crazy bailing all in, but what I really like out of Hydra is this burrow.
I saw that as well. What do you think that's going to be used for in order to?
I think delaying the third and the fourth, first and foremost. But secondly, you can kind of scatter around the bailing landmines possibly and potentially. You can hide from the Hellion run-bys with burrow too. And there's a lot of good ways to use burrow, of course.
Yeah. And Hydra is going to show us how it's done, perhaps. But the thing is, Ryung is going to be going for at least two factories here. Tech Lab on one, Reactor on the other. And I'm wondering here, if he just goes into Blue Flame, as you said, perhaps. Oh, man, he might be. And then going into Bio. Oh, man. He actually may do this. Just go right Blue Flame and then...
So the reason this is a good idea, in my opinion, is... You know your opponent's not going to have a wall down. If they're not all-inning you, they're busy trying to recover, and that leaves open vulnerabilities. And Ryung's going to be hitting him now with like 3 or 4 Hellions with Blue Flame. It's going to be more like 8 or 10.
Yeah. What the cool part too is like, what?
Oh, because he wants to get a Tech Lab going so he can start to kill. Yeah, so he's going to go buy a
Ryung is playing this nicely. It's very, very cool style. Off of a 2 racks. Hydra, though, I like what he's doing. He's up to 45 drones, got that third base. And
what's really important is he did start a semi-wall off at the natural. The best way to stop Blue Flame, wall it off.
Yep.
Oh, look at those bailing landmines, though. How did he not burn the Hellions with those?
I thought he was going to, yeah. He must not have been having that as his concern. But that would have been a sick... I mean, how many bailings do you need to kill a Hellion? Is it 3? I know.
2, yeah, I guess 2's not going to cut it, you're right, yeah. So
he's hoping there would be Marines.
Well, there will be later. So it's the long con. You know, we saw Snoot play against Marine King, and he left a pair. He had 4 burrowed banelings outside the natural base or third base on Deadwing. He had detonated the first 2 really early, but he saved the second 2 until it was like 20 minutes of the game, and it almost not single-handedly won him the game, but it got him a huge lead in the following fight. In fact, just scan and see the banelings too. Oh, this is so sick.
Whoa.
Ryung with that.
Oh my god!
I don't know why or how or what, but that was amazing.
Yeah, he just said nope. But don't want to deal with that.
Blue Flame
try to land his, yeah. He's going in, man. And there's a lot of lings.
Natural base on the Hydra doesn't have a full wall off. Who cares about these lings? Look at the natural base saber damage.
Oh my god.
No, not Ryung's! Hydra's base! There's still a wall! Oh, the Blue Flame Hellions through! And that's gonna be some barbecue. As the lings flood in, there's so many Hellions. It doesn't take nearly as many shots to kill with this Blue Flame, and on the ramp, this is the best way he can fight. However, busy shooting the Queen instead of the lings, he wastes like 3 volleys and gets cleaned up. That should not have gone down like that.
I feel like that was just the end of the game for Hydra, but I mean, he has a Guardian Angel somewhere, and that is gonna allow him to live another day. Unbelievable, man. Holy moly.
Kicked off the battle net. That's awkward.
Oh, you did?
Apparently.
Oh, rip in peace. Are you out of the game, or is it...
No, I'm in the game. It's just it keeps telling me my achievements are going off. My sound's bugged out. This is all messed up. I'm still observing. I'm on Saber's
camp. Snap.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, my shit just froze.
Yep, there we go. Battlenet issues were coming.
Oh, maybe they're doing the thing, man.
What thing?
The rollout of the...
No, it doesn't affect games in progress. That just keeps you from getting new games.
How do you know? Have you ever been around when they redistributed the leagues?
Yeah, I am actually pretty sure, because what you do is a P2P client in StarCraft 2. That's why they don't have dedicated servers, dumb shit. So unless you're rolling out the server on your fucking computer, god damn it, Tempo. I'm agitated.
You said that so bad. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I think we're wrecked, man. Oh man. Sorry. Oh boy. Saber has been wrecked.
Well, are we still live? How's this work? Are the mics still open?
I mean, we're technically live, but Saber's dead.
Oh,
Saber,
we don't
wrecked,
have,
bro.
We don't have all chat.
PP.
Referees.
Oh, we don't have it. We can't even pause.
Because he didn't make us referees. So
can we actually pause it all as observers? Or no.
No. Here's what I can do.
Oh, we wouldn't be able to say anything.
I can share screens with Saber. It's going to be garbage FPS, but at least then you can screen reach a cast.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how it's going to look on your end, but it's probably better than just audio casting so we can cover the game, because there's no way to contact them and tell them to leave.
Yeah.
We don't have ref chat. So, I mean, this is going to be craptastic FPS, and I'm sorry, Saber, but I mean it's probably better than nothing. So, I don't know if you want to use it or not. Yes, no, hello?
Yeah, no, honey.
Oh, God, it's going to be so bad.
Well, I know exactly what you mean. It is pretty bad.
Mistakes were made this day.
Mistakes were made. You guys, well, I'll do my best radio cast. All right, here come the. No, I don't even know.
It's like a it's like a slideshow radio cast. You know, it's not 60 FPS, but it's something. Mules are gonna get saved over here at the third base. Hydra is still got to. Here's the nice thing about this: the blue flame doesn't become ineffective as time goes on with the 3 Bailey's. That question. Oh my God! Jumbo, the answer is 3. It takes 3 Bailey's to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah, as those burrowed Banes did come into play. Really nicely done, getting a big group of those Hellions. What's up?
Are you seeing this lag in game?
No.
Oh, cool. This is probably just because I'm trying to share screen on Skype.
Oh, snap. Yeah, you're probably like putting way too much work on your...
Is this hella... It's like 1 FPS for me, Saber. What's this looking like for you? Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it on.
Oh, no. Well, guys, it's looking to be a very, very... Let's see. Roach Bane is a style that Hydra is going to be going for. Also getting the melee upgrades as he does go for it. And Ryung has already secured his third base and going into Biomine for the most part. His 2-2 upgrades are on the way, but miles behind that of Hydra's.
Cool, I just got
Rifkin has left the game.
It didn't even... Battle.net, please.
Oh boy. Well, I'm still in here, guys. I'm letting you guys know Hydra is moving forward with the gigantic Roach Bane attacking us. Widowmine just takes out like 8 or 9 Banelings. Hydra is looking for a way to get into the base of Ryung. The third is under siege. A lot of the SCVs are going to be going down. The Roaches and the Lings and the Banes are just ravaging the third of Ryung. The supply is 156 to 125 in favor of Hydra. Oh my God, actually, before this battle, it was Ryung who had the supply lead. But keep in mind, a lot of this supply is in Roaches that aren't that great against the Stim Marines. But keep in mind that it is a 1-1 to 2-2. Hydra does have the 2-2, but it is only on his melee units. There's a big drop at the third of Hydra. He's losing a lot at his third, trying to equalize on the damage. But Hydra is moving on back, is going to be able to take care of everything here. And yeah, I think that Hydra got the damage that he wanted to get done. But the third command center still does remain. And, you know, Ryung didn't lose too much of his army. The army supplies are dead even. 87. Oh, not anymore. 99 for Hydra, 84. Those upgrades are going to show as soon as those Banelings are morphed in. Hydra looking to make a counterattack at the third of Ryung, but there are no SCVs mining there because of how many got taken out. But there's a big push coming down the center here for Ryung. Just kind of scanning the creep, not really worrying too much about making a push, but the counterattack is real. There are only 8 SCVs that are going to be taken out, but hey, 8 SCVs is better than none. It's going to force Ryung to come back home. The fourth base of Hydra is about to be mining as well, and he's going up to his spire. Delayed it incredibly long, but even burrowing inside of the... Wow, Widowmine hit at the third of Ryung, taking out all of those Lings. And I apologize for this radio cast, but it seems like the best that we can do for now. But you guys can close your eyes and imagine, use your imaginations. As 4 mules get dropped down, imagine what that looks like at the third of Ryung, despite him losing a bunch of his SCVs there. But the fourth base of Hydra is going to be under fire. 2-2 has finished here for Ryung. No longer an upgrade deficit here. And the worker is a 66 to 50. However, Ryung is still mining off of 3 bases, and Hydra is mining off of 3 bases as well. Not mining the gas at his third, however, and he's transitioning into the Mutas to add to his Roach Bane force. Big drop inside of the main here of Hydra. Hydra's doing so well in dealing with these drops, but now that the Mutas are out, he won't be able to preserve his medevacs as well as he has before. Supply, as far as army goes, is pretty much locked. Even 118 to 120. Now it's 115 to 119. Not really the biggest of deals, the specifics, but there is so much stuff burrowed everywhere right now. Whoa! Big Widowmine drop at the fourth. Or at least a Widowmine hit at the fourth of Hydra that had been taken out. Jones got burrowed, but unfortunately for him, they're the only ones that are there, and there's no base for them to mine from. So Roach Bane Muta is going to be the style of choice here for Hydra. Ryung still going for Biomine, but the 3-3 is on the way. Hydra does not even have an infestation pit out. He cannot go into Hive, and he's just trying to hold on to this massive drop pressure that Ryung is putting on him. And this is starting to look a little bit dicey for Hydra. They are even in supplies total. Ryung has got his SCV count back up to 56. Hydra sitting at 68, but he's only mining off of 3 bases. A lot of these drones are mining from the 4th long distance because the main has already been mined out here for Hydra. This is a massive force coming out of Hydra. He has Roaches, he has Banes, he has a lot of Mutalisks coming through the middle of the map, while Ryung is perched upon the top of his ramp that is in front of his natural, adding another command center. But Hydra is looking in. He think he's going to go for the kill. There are so many Widow Mines here. Ryung needs to pull back. He is going to pull back. And Hydra going into the Maw of Death. Sick Widow Mine hits on all of the Banelings. The splits are great here for Ryung. And this Roaches and Banes. There's only 4 Banes that are remaining. And that's a lot of bio coming out of Ryung. He is going to be able to thwart this attack. And now 2 Banelings are burrowed at the bottom of the ramp. If Ryung is not careful and he moves his army down, they are going to get taken out. There is a big drop inside of the main of Hydra. And it looks like a drop could be perched to go into the 4th of Ryung. Or the 4th of Hydra, rather. But oh my god, Ryung is moving his army out. And he scans again. Sees the burrowed Banes. Not going to get taken out. Not today. Spawning pool is under fire. And it might get taken out. This is so close. 3-3 is seconds away from completing. The Mutalisk count is insane. It's alright. 14 here in the sky. How many Mutas have been killed is the question. Only 3. So the Mutas were very late. But he's managed to hold on to them. Something that Hydra is really, really nicely doing. His creep spread has been hit back pretty easily. Well, a lot. Just a lot. Because Ryung has just been on top of everything this game, it feels like. 181 supply to 155. 122 army supply with 3-3 bio to the 91 of Hydra, who's on mostly Roaches. It's only Roaches and Banes here. Really nice burrow moves from Hydra, not losing any drones really to these drops. Mutas are in the sky and they keep on growing in number up to 17 already. There is a Widow Mine that Hydra will see. Gonna clean it up at the 4th. Ryung is mining from his 4th as well, getting a planetary. 28 lings are on the way, but Ryung is looking to possibly end the game at some point in the very near future because he's approaching max supply. And it's actually kind of scary at the moment because Hydra's creep spread is just non-existent. He's getting pressured everywhere and getting peeled apart. And that's, oh my god, the spawning pool always getting so close to getting taken out, but it will get saved here from Hydra. Ryung pushing down the right side of the map here. There's really nothing here. All of the army of Hydra is on the left side. Now realizing what is happening, gonna move it all there. The Baneling count is only at 14. 3-3 to 2-2. Hydra is trying to find a spot. He's trying to find some breathing room to get to Hive. He's just now dropping his infestation pit. And this is an attack that could pretty much dictate the end of the game, perhaps. Ryung's bank is so big. 1,000 mineral. Oh my god, Widow Mines on all of the Banelings. And there's only 3 Banelings remaining with good splits here from Ryung. He should be able to force us back. There is even a Thor in the mix, but Hydra is going to clean it up, taking the supply lead 167 to 146. Widow Mines going down all of the Banelings, but also getting some friendly fire on a lot of the Marines. But Hydra is actually going on the offensive. But he realizes that a planetary fortress would not be in his best interest to attack. He is hanging on by a thread. This is so scary right now, I think, here for Hydra as he's stabilizing. But at any minute, Ryung could just try to end it once more because Hydra will run out of steam very soon. His bank is starting to get depleted. He's only mining a little bit from his natural. His 4th base finally mining, but no gas. He doesn't really need it as he is almost at the 1,000 gas mark. Hasn't really been making too many Banelings, but he does have the capabilities of doing so. That is a lot of bio here from Ryung, though. He is coming across the middle of the map. Hydra doesn't know where he is, using the watchtower to try to find the army positioning of Ryung. Another big Widow Mine hit on a few Banelings. And Hydra looks like he's going for it now. Ryung's army, a little bit out of position, but it does get picked up by Medivacs. And boosts on back to that eastern watchtower, which is where his 4th is located as well. So the position that Ryung is holding is that south, the one that is right south of the main, that 4th. And the 4th of Hydra is on that side of the map as well. So he can station all of his army there and then push on the other side. Finally, the spawning pool is going to be going down here. So that means no more lings for you, Hydra. And oh man, that is pretty rough. He does have a lot of lings though already. 97 are on the map. I'm surprised this game has gone to this point. Started out with a crazy bunker rush. Ryung is going to take out the fourth of Hydra, perhaps. There's only a small force that is here. That is a lot of roaches and banes. And good night. That drop just gets completely obliterated. Even the medevac getting taken out. Ryung looking to take the gold. He has a sensor tower as well. He can see exactly where Hydra is coming from across the middle of the map. 2 Marines kind of on a little mandate at the watchtower of the west side. And Lings, Banes, and Roaches. Once again, I'm surprised these Roaches are still alive. But this is just dead supply, I think, as the game goes on. You know, Roaches are not that good at this stage of the game, especially because the upgrades are not being used for ranged. Another base that Hydra tried to take is not going to get taken out. The armies is just so close together right now, and they're just kind of dancing with each other. But here comes Hydra moving on in. Oh, the split's going to be good here for Ryung. Going to target a few of them, losing a few of his bio, but the splits are pretty damn good. These are 3-3 bio. The Roaches trying to attack here, but they are so weak. Mutas are really even stronger than the Roaches in this battle. Some more splits. The Widow Mines, are they going to hit? And they're not going to hit, unfortunately. Fear Ryung. But the bio is actually not going to be enough. Hydra pushes this back. Thor getting picked up by the medevac at the 4th base. There are no more Banes, but the Roaches might finally find their calling as they try to take out this planetary fortress. But it seems to be a little bit too much here for Hydra. He's just going to post on back. I feel like the gold base is going to get evacuated. Nope. Good luck, have fun, buddy. Good luck, have fun. Not going to happen. The mutas are in just ridiculous numbers right now. We're at 30 Mutalisks at the moment, still at +1 upgrades. The 4th is going to go down here for Ryung, well, the gold rather, and I don't know if Ryung can recover from this. 174 supply to 126. Hydra, despite his back being against the ropes, morphing in 22 Banelings. I think this might be the final blow. Ryung is scrambling to get a good army out, but he is broke. He's just spending every ounce of money that he has in order to amass some kind of army. But that Mutaflock is so scary. There's a lot of Banelings that are getting morphed out. Ryung getting a little bit bold at the watchtower where the whole of Hydra's army is. And Hydra still trying to do some burrowed Baneling tactics. But it doesn't look like he's ever going to get those hits that he really wants, man. This is kind of an insane situation that we have here. Because the longer that it goes and Ryung is able to get his army to max, this could be good. But oh my god, Hydra is playing so reluctantly. He's just kind of hanging back timidly, not ever really pushing into an engagement. So Ryung has managed to get up to 157 supply to the 181 of his opponent. Burrowed Banelings are just all over the place now. And damn, that's so many mutas. He just keeps on making them. 27 as he does lose them. Drop also at the 5th base of Hydra once more. This time I think it's going to get taken out. And yeah, there's no way that Hydra can save this. It is going to get taken out. He's going to boost on away, but the mutas are going to catch that medevac. I think so. Yeah, good night. Another command center moving on over. It is actually the 3rd location, floating on over to the gold base. Creep spread is still pretty abysmal here for Hydra. It hasn't been able to get those creep across the map. Not as good as he would like to. But this is just, I feel like Hydra feels like if he goes in and screws up his attack, that's it for him because his bank is very low. Bank very low for both players. Mutalisks are actually engaging here. Gonna get the Widowmine before it does get a shot off. And I think this is it. Hydra going in. He has a lot of Banes coming in behind. It is off creep. The Thors are in position. Widowmines are also burrowed. Banelings going in, getting shredded by that bio at the high ground vision. Another Widowmine hit. A Widowmine hit. Even supply. Uh-oh. Hydra is now dipping in supply, but he does remax up to 142. It is dead even at the moment. Mutalisks are on the retreat, going back, and Ryung is on the chase. He is going to be moving on over to that other location that Hydra has taken. He took the base that is south of the watchtower on the west side. Marines fighting Mutalisks, and never a thing you want. And these are 3-3 Marines with stim. Banelings getting focused down as well. Mutas are starting to really fall in number. Never 28 to 8 now. 28 mutas down to 8 Mutalisks now. I think Ryung has done it. 137 supply to the 105. The Thor is going to be able to get rid of the rest of those mutas, and GG will be called, and Ryung takes game number 1. Hot damn.
Yay.
Woo! It figures we get this epic game for the goddamn for the goddamn room. Ryung takes it though. Wow. You guys should have seen that game, guys. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably not funny, is it? You guys are like, fuck you, Dumpo.
I mean, I just went to the bathroom, so.
No diggity. Thank you. Catalina. Probably, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2. This is the final match of the night. A TVZ of the ages. 2 players step in. 1 player steps out.
Shut up, Tempo. We got a Rax going down. We got to introduce this quickly. In the bottom right corner of the map, he is currently leading 1-0 over his opponent. Although neither Saber nor us nor the audience got to see it, it's going to be Axiom's blue, Terran.
Ryung.
I'm just keeping you honest, Tempo. I'm keeping you real. I love you, man. Say it back.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got the Root Gaming player, the Red Zerg.
Hydra.
Well, could you have said that with a little more Swahili?
That's the way. No, actually, they
gotta put a couple of clicks in Hydra there.
Hydra. Hydra.
Hydra.
You know, I feel like on Pro League, when they first introduced him, they were like, Hydra. I was wondering, I'm like, hey, man, maybe his name is actually Hydra. We've been saying it wrong. Yeah, Pro League's never wrong. But this is the map for this type of strategy. Perfect map for it. But a pool first, man.
Yeah, these links are going to work out really well. 6 of them coming out this early is not at all like an overinvestment, but it's a necessity to stop this attack from coming down. Because, again, it's going to be Proxy Reapers. Now, this isn't the extreme version of this. I've actually seen Lily Kineen pull off this weird Proxy Rax with a second one that becomes a reactor. And 3 Reapers proxied his dominated Zerg players on this map before. However, all the links are trying to be by the SCV, and there's nothing, not even a queen at home yet. So some build cancels and good control are going to be absolutely necessary to stop this Reaper.
Yeah, this is going to be very brutal. Even when the lanes come home, they're not going to be the best. They're not going to be the best counter for this.
No. Yeah, it's a bit rough to deal with. Almost gets one of the drones.
Bam!
Boom! First blood.
Yep.
But this is
unfortunately, yeah, you got to get more damage done when you commit like this.
Yeah, 2 racks is worth of Reapers producing. No reactor or anything cheesy, but that Spore Crawler hopefully remembers to cancel it. But that's a lot of money.
Oh no!
4 drone kills.
That's pretty much
Hydra.
Yeah.
You know, Hydra may have to just be content with his Gfinity win today, because at this rate, Ryung's going to knock him out of the ASL.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. I feel like not getting that canceled, yeah, like you said, it's pretty much another drone kill. And this is 3 Reapers. I don't think that Hydra has realized...
75 minerals on top of that? Like, Jesus.
Yeah. And, not a good situation at all. He's still relying on the Lings, making 4 more.
And he doesn't have...
Has he realized?
This is starting to snowball pretty badly. Keep that 1 low Reaper in the back. Don't let it get picked off by the Queen. Actually, worth it. Dives in. Queen spawns. Got to keep this Reaper safe. They are getting really low, but the drones don't really matter if these Reapers... Oh, 1 goes down. He actually gave up production. So we don't have 5 and 6 on the way, but he is going to start withdrawing. It is about 6 minutes, so he knows speed's going to be finished soon-ish. But this was a really late speed, and he did not recognize that. So kind of misses out on another 20 seconds, 30 seconds. He could have really been killing another Queen, harassing the Lings, picking drones off. But this was a great...
he's playing it safe. And by safe, I mean he's going to drop 2 more command centers. So he's going to go for that triple command center once again. Got a bit of damage done here. Forced out a ton of Lings out of Hydra, by the way, that aren't going to be useful anymore because those Reapers went back home. He's at 21 SCVs to the 21 drones of Hydra. And, yeah, what are these Lings going to do? They will help against the Hellions that are going to be coming out soon, but... It's a shame, you know, that they were all made, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa, let me at him, and there's nothing to be let at, so... Ryung, if he is left untouched, will be able to power out a lot of units when he gets his economy rolling, but Hydra does have the opportunity. Oh my god, the Reapers are actually going to go back. Only to get a scout. That's an expensive scout here, Rifkin. He wants to see if he's going to have to deal with any kind of Roachbane attack.
Oh. You know what?
Where did that Spore Crawler go?
The potential for kills was kind of cool though, so it's not like that was a bad idea. He will miss the layer timing, and this is a wicked fast layer off of one gas. I mean, there's going to be the extra extractors soon, sure, but will faster mutas really benefit Hydra in the situation? Ryung's not setting up for like a 2-base blue flame Hellbat build or anything quite so insane. He's got 3 CCs behind it.
Yeah, he has 3 CCs and is looking to go into Cloak Banshees as well. And that is actually going to hit way before the Spire is completed.
Oh, look at this.
Good surround, but it's a lot of Lings. Just trying to get used of them.
He kills 1 Hellion for the cost of his map control. Ugh.
Yep. Oh boy, and then the Banshees are going to come in, but Rifkin!
Spore Crawler, hype!
Hype!
It's actually like the worst possible spot, though, because the Banshees will just go right around into the minerals.
Yeah, this is true. That gas, you got to protect that gas, though, you know? But yeah, I mean, that is an unfortunate situation, but it's not bad. At least he has it up already. He hasn't even needed to scout the fact that Banshees are coming, and he will be able to get a lot of coverage. Well, not coverage, but he will be able to at least see it. He has the capabilities of making an Overseer, but he is on 4 Queens. I thought he was only on 2, so that's not bad that he's on 4 Queens. 2-base Muta, man. What will Ryung do when the Mutas come out if he's not prepared for them? There's no engineering bay. No anything that can shoot up being produced. Like,
well, I mean, the armory for the Thors.
Ah, true that. Yep.
Because he is looking to go mech, possibly. It could just be for Blue Flame into Bio again, but we'll have to wait and see if he moves the barracks over or not. It's 1 engineering bay, and I mean, that's pretty much just turrets for now. But regardless of the Spire, there's really... Okay, 6 meters come, 7 meters come when it finishes, but it's going to take time to build, and he can get a lot of damage done in that time. The Hellbats transform, or rather the Hellions transform into Hellbats, and look at push up this ramp. That Banshee's going to add a lot of damage to anything that gets in their way.
Yeah, but Ryung is going to be scanning for the creep here. Getting a lot of damage done to the creep, but he's just the time. Time is,
Exactly. I don't like that he did that because he doesn't have time on the side. Banshee gets focused down pretty much immediately. A couple transfuses go off, so the Queen's not worse for wear, but gets on top of the Spine Crawler. Oh, that's just going to take some very heavy damage.
Yeah, and 9 meters are going to be on the way, so they will eventually clean this up. Lings are going to come from behind, and no economic damage may be done here if these Lings are able to finish off the job. And just Hydra needs to chill out. He needs to get rid of these get these drones out of harm's way.
Yeah, he probably should have transformed the high health Hellbats into Hellions. That would have been a good move. But realizing now that there's Mutalisks on the way, turrets coming down, Thors have begun, and quite frankly, he should be okay on the defense. He's even got Vikings out. Vikings are normally not the counter to Mutas you'd expect them to be, but they can be quite good when the Mutas are in low numbers.
Yeah. I mean, the Thor has come out already as well. Another Thor is coming, so... he should be fine. Not going to take much damage from here, and he already has that 3rd command center done. This is just the damage that Hydra is looking for. Anything that he can get his hands on. I mean, you really got to grasp at straws here and just say, okay, I need to get something done to make these Mutas feel at least useful.
Yeah, but I mean, this is not like Hydra's screwed. He's going for a macro hatchery with a 3rd. I mean, he's playing this out pretty much as you would expect. And I really like to transition back into Roaches because he has identified that, hey, it's probably going to be mech. For Ryung to play mech on a map like Catalina is not bad per se. You can get 4 bases on this, you can get 3 bases on this, but it comes down to the comfort of whether he's playing air or ground mech. If you're sticking here with Siege Tanks, Thors, and Hellions, I don't know, you have a really hard time ending the game outside of that 150 push, but if you can get to air... that's when everybody just gets mad. They make 70 corruptors like in, was it Pro League or whatever? I mean,
oh my god, yep. This is crazy, Rifkin. Is this the old soup and dupe? As we see +1 infantry coming out, as well as +1 infantry armor? Yeah, man. It's like the good old, hey, I thought I was doing this, but now I'm doing that. You just got swooped and duped, son.
Swooped and duped. Okay, Tempo. Okay, Tempo.
But I think he's going to transition into Bio. This is a pretty nice move here, except for the fact that Hydra is going to be on +1/+1 before this +1 finishes. Will never be ahead on upgrades, and that is exactly what you want to do with the Roach push. If he decides to commit heavily to it. That's 3 base economy here, so he's going to be able to power out a lot of units. It's just that it's such an awkward transition if he gets caught. I don't think Hydra realizes it yet. Oh, I think he sees it now. He's like, barracks? Huh? No turrets? I'm gonna use Vikings and Thors. And yeah.
The mutas haven't devastated this, but the problem is a lot of focus was on the anti-air. It's weird to see him go back into bio, by the way. I just want to throw that out there because the Marauder is going to have stim. It's going to go well with the mech to stop the Roach push, but this bio-mech blend is something MMA has been pulling off quite well, and MMA, of course, stays at the Axiom House, so maybe Ryung asking for advice, seeking some help. Regardless, this is going to be a really cool style if he can get to it, but as we see, the Roaches hit early, the Thors... Well, they need to take care of the mutas. They do, and looks like he will be able to hold this. Tanks are up on the high ground as well. Banshee raining hell from above. Thors aren't even going down that fast, to be honest, but they are going to...
No, they're actually not. They are going to take that out. The Roaches, though, are starting to continue to flood. 16 more Roaches here. Siege Tank is in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
The Banshee should still clean this up, ultimately. It sucks that the tank got picked off. It definitely didn't need to die, but he's trying to protect this third. Units are going to need to scramble to respond.
Ryung has so much money right now. He hasn't fully made all of those barracks yet. Oh, he just picked up all of his SCVs into the medevacs. He's saying, "Come on in." Apparently,
one of my shots
not just yet.
Andy lets him in on purpose. Hoping they go for the Widowmines, but the Widowmines are not in position for this. Tank up here on the high ground goes. Is this starting to fall apart for Ryung?
It is falling apart. There's maybe too much damage that is being done. The third base has been evacuated.
As the Roaches move in, they're getting on top of the Widowmines, getting on top of the Marauders. They're not going to be able to die for that tank so easily, but that Banshee, please, get something done. She's just shelling and shelling and shelling and not killing anything, just dealing lots of damage.
Yeah, that's way too many Roaches. There's so many low Roaches, and he's just, like a she, but the Banshee's just not killing it. It's a she, I guess, but...
yeah.
Hydra's not it, but...
Not Banshee him.
Banshee, not ban him.
Alright, so... The SCV count through this falters. I wouldn't say it's too devastating. He's still on 43 workers for 3 CCs, but I mean, losing 45 workers is pretty nasty no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, no matter what. And these mules have just been dropped down. I always wonder that when you drop them at the third, the place that is most likely to get taken out.
Well, I mean, you drop them there because you want that base to take the... You don't want to mine out of your main.
You want to mine the third first. But now they're not going to mine anything. But,
well,
you know, he stabilizes.
Exactly. And we got that combat shields and everything picking up. I mean, he went mech first. That's the key thing. Like, this bio transition is backwards and weird and awkward. And because of this, all the timings are kind of screwed. But as we see, these are so good at dealing with Roaches. But the mech is going to be what's good at dealing with the Hydras. And hopefully Ryung keeps investing in some tanks, keeps investing in some Widowmines.
Yeah, I wonder if he's realized this yet. Oh my god, 3 more mules getting dropped. Immediately Hydra goes, he's pretty hungry for those. 1 mule goes down. Mule number 2 is going to get away, it looks like. And gets cleaned up once again. Roach Hydra though, right? 2-2 is already done, but they're going to be on equal upgrades.
That's 2 rounds of 3 mules that don't get to mine. That's almost 1,400 mules Ryung's missing on.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of going triple command center if you're not going to be able to utilize those triple mule drops?
Yeah, he's finally started to put them in the natural, and I mean that's kind of a consequence of action. But I don't know. He's got upgrades on the mech, so he's going to be able to have some decent siege tank coverage. They'll get some good damage done. I'm not sure what the Vikings are up to. Just hunting overlords.
They've been chilling the whole time. Yeah, just floating around and going for a nice little joy flight, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, they haven't been
nothing really that they can kill except for those overlords.
Oh, lands in the natural. That's kind of cute.
There you go, yeah. Get some use out of them, but, you know, we're looking at a maxed Hydra here, who has Hydras in his army. Roach Hydra is going to be his choice, which is kind of crazy because...
Widowmines are going to be so key to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those Vikings, if they were back, I don't think they could have sniped off the Overseer.
Oh, yeah, that would have been really
but look
nice.
Look at this Hydras on the front lines. Getting big splash damage on the Roaches. You know, Hydras are just glass cannons. No matter how you look at it, the bio might be able to deal with this. Maybe SCV's being pulled, the tanks are gone. This is looking pretty bad for Ryung.
Yeah, it is, because the Remax is going to be pretty good again. And, yeah, I think that front line has been taken down here from Hydra. He's going to go ahead and ransack this third. There's no real counter damage being done here from Ryung. Hydra ties it up.
This was an ambitious build out of Ryung, and I actually kind of really like that he went for it, but it was not executed well.
The final game, the final match of the night. It is the ASL Prime League Season 4 Group D. And this could very well be it, as long as it's not a tie. But here, spawning in the north side of Vani Research Station, he is the pink Terran player, fighting his way down from the depths of the losers match, the Lazarus match. It is Axiom Ryung. And his opponent continuing to exert his dominance, making sure that he can secure that victory in order to get to the round of 16 of not only the WCS America, but the ASL. It is Hydra. And this is it. The final match, man. Oh, this is so intense, man. We've had such a sick day of games so far. Going on about 5 hours, actually. A little bit more. As we have started out with 4, down to 3, and then at the end of today, it will only be 2. That will advance to the round of 16. Whoever does win this game will be joining Patience, the Protoss player from Dead Pixels, as well as the other players that have qualified earlier in the week. And this could be intense, man. Vani Research Station is going to be the map. Saw that Ryung did some kind of cheeky tactics in both of the games that SCV is going to get taken out, but this game he is playing it a bit differently. He's going for the CC first, and we'll go for those Marines right afterwards. And it's just, hey, what's up, man?
Sorry, I was busy saving that cat from the tree, so I got back in time.
I know,
Tell me about my heroic deeds.
Not an easy job, but somebody's got to do it.
I'm basically Darkwing Duck, but in real life.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I missed that show.
Let's
the best
get
theme song.
dangerous.
Yo, best theme songs of all time. But CC first out of Ryung here, and then pretty standard hatch gas pool out of Hydra. So there you go. Then you're now caught up to speed, man. You know exactly what's going on in the game. Predict who's going to win it.
If I ult F4 right now, it'll be Ryung. But if we stay in the match, it'll be Hydra.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this is looking pretty standard for both players. Kind of respecting it on game number 3. We saw some really funky play out of Ryung. He's looking like he doesn't want to do that type of stuff anymore. Just gonna go and work, or he's gonna actually just rely on his macro as he went CC first and is already dropping.
That's the thing too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's some funky stuff, trying some new stuff, maybe to catch Hydra off guard. But Hydra reacting accordingly, going exactly where it needs to go in that game. Was able to sweep it.
You know, you talk more about macro, and I think back to all the macro games I've cast on this map, whether it's mech, whether it's bio, or whether it's both, and every single time, these wide open engagement areas, they just make it so nice for the Zerg to get those surrounds and find those awesome opportunities to get in and attack. But I guess for me, the question comes down to, like, what does Ryung do? Does he play passive? Does he let Hydra get towards that hive tech? Does he get to 2-2 really quick? Or does Ryung put on enough pressure and keep him stuck on lair tech for the entirety of the game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What approach Ryung is going to take this game. You know, he's not doing anything crazy with the Hellbats. He's just doing it up. I'm wondering how he's going to do it. If he decides to use the drops in order to peel Hydra apart, or is he going to try to just overwhelm in that macro sense where he just powers out a bunch of units off of 3 CCs? I don't know if that's what is the best approach for Hydra, because he seems like a very, very solid player dealing with both of those styles. We saw him in game, or at least in his first match. Jakji kind of peeled him apart with the drops in one of the games, but in the end of the day, he kind of adapted and was able to deal with it and eventually make it to that winners match. But here he is, man, and nobody is immune to the loss here, because it's a new game of StarCraft. Doesn't matter what you did before, and it's very, very it's one of the hardest games I think to play after playing all day, or at least all morning for them. And you're finally here, and just one game decides whether you make it or whether all of your work was for nothing.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah. You know. But we are here, and Hydra getting the early third this time. I'm noticing that he decided not to go for that 2-base Spire style. And was this the map that Jakji actually beat him on? Oh, no, it was Deadwing, right? Crazy game.
Well, I think that was the one you got to see. But the 2-base...
No, the Deadwing one. I saw the one on Overgrowth.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of something different then. But I was going to say, the two-base Muta build, it kind of makes sense not to do it on this map. It's a lot harder for Joshi to push in and push through one ramp to get to like two bases. So there's not the same dire necessity to get them out. That being said, I think I just said Joshi meant Ryung.
Oh, yeah.
Ryung actually has to deal with this base getting creeped out. This is really annoying, but he's not done anything to really punish Hydra. There's not a lot of creep spread being taken back. There's no pressure of a medevac drop coming anytime soon. And Hydra has got that very dedicated creep spread. Not pristine, but dedicated.
There we go. But, yeah, nothing being done to hinder Hydra at all. And the fact that he didn't land his third command center at the right timing because of the creep means that Hydra, I feel like, has the upper hand here. He's droned comfortably up to almost 70 and is getting prepared for that burst of units that he is inevitably going to be able to make. Bailing Nest is down. Bailing Speed is on the way, as is 1-1. Although the 1-1 for Ryung is already done. So these are a little bit later upgrades here for Hydra. But he's set up his economy so nicely that if he's going unhindered, this is going to be so difficult, I feel like, for Ryung, as far as the sheer amount of units. But the upgrades are definitely in Ryung's favor. So, what do we got? Overlord Speed on the way, as well as Bailing Speed. Yeah, he's pretty much setting up to just chill. The units are just not coming out. And he doesn't need to really make too many more drones. Even getting the fourth uprift, like, this is just gonna be, alright, I make my army, you make your army, we gonna meet, and we'll see what happens as a result. And if it's anything like that Jockey game on Secret Spring, against Hydra, it could not go well for Ryung. It might not go well, too good. So, I hope that history doesn't repeat itself and it's not a complete smashing.
Well, I'm not feeling good about Ryung's state in this game. He's just given full map control to his opponent on a map like this, and it's bad news bears to let this happen in the first place.
Mm-hmm. How many Widow Mines are out? 2. There are 2 Widow Mines out here. Finally, the third base is going to be coming into effect. Not really that saturated, but the mules are going to be dropped on it. This is just... this is scary, man, for Ryung. He's venturing out onto the map, and the creep is already there, man.
The macro just looks too damn good.
Yeah. This is crazy. No drops to really peel him apart. It just looks like the army of Ryung is just... I don't know. I say it with, like, shock, because I'm just like, oh my god, it really is looking kind of scary here for Ryung. He does have good upgrades on the way. Maybe he's just waiting for his 2-2, but he has to get through all that creep. That is a lot of creep, man. How the hell are you supposed to get through that? And
that's the thing, right? Like, we know this to be the general rule of thumb for ZVT. Zerg players take better engagements on creep, Terran players take better engagements off of creep, but that's not how the game always tends to play out. And there's a chance Ryung might actually be able to tough it out and fight through, but it's going to be so difficult, because the thing is, once he starts pushing here on the left, the mutas start moving on the right, and that natural base becomes incredibly exposed. You're not Birdust, you don't have a recall. How do you get back in time to defend that? Your production has to, and his production isn't where it needs to be, I feel. 10 Marines, 3 Marauders is nice, but of course we'd love to see 13 Marines be that number. But the Banelings, oh god, the Banelings coming in, and as you put out, not a lot of Widow Mines, there's barely one. Might go off, Ryung gets a decent shot with the Widow Mine. Second one gonna go off, getting focus fire on the Banelings with it. Oh, he was trying to focus, gets a decent shot!
That's a pretty decent shot. So hey, now things aren't going too bad here at the beginning. Hydra trying to be the first aggressor, and didn't really work out too well for him. Might be regretting that just a little bit, as Ryung maybe have been waiting for that. He's going to be able to start cleaning up a lot of this creep. Now Hydra looking like he wants to set up that 360 surround. This is looking pretty sick. And the splits are just not starting just yet for Ryung, but the Banelings don't actually get a lot of done there. There's just so much Zerg at the moment. 2-2 is in effect. Only 1-1 here for Hydra. So Ryung is holding on. His quality of units are just a little bit better at the moment. And he's going with the parade push, man. He's just going to go for it. Try to whittle down Hydra, who's already mining off of the 4th. But 85 drones. That is a lot of drones. 4th command center on the way.
Yeah, that's kind of the key thing behind this too, I think, for Hydra. He takes bad engagements. They can continue to keep taking bad engagements, because with 85 drones on 4 bases, you've got more than enough money to make infinite Banelings, to make infinite Zerglings.
Yeah, you're just trading out, making sure that that army never gets to be too big, because you can remax a lot faster. And, jeez, man. I don't know. This is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I feel like Ryung is doing pretty well. Maybe getting those better Widowmine hits that he needed. And he's just, you know, clearing out the creep as it goes along. It's starting to recede all the way to the watchtower. But there are a few more tumors that are there. Drilling Claws and 3-3 are on the way for Ryung, so he may just try to clear the creep and set up for his 3-3 push. But Hydra is just now starting to go up to the Infester, or at least the Infestation Pit. It's going to be up to these engagements during when they both have 2-2. And, that fourth base, once it lands and 3-3 is done here for Ryung, if Hydra hasn't dealt like a massive blow to Ryung, then I feel like it's still going to start being dicey here for Hydra.
Well, I think one of the things too is if Ryung can get to a fourth base at some point in this game, his economy's gonna be looking fan-freaking-tastic. But a drop in the natural base of Hydra doing a bit of damage. Not crazy amounts just yet, but this is definitely the type of move Ryung needs to start making to get in this game. Realize the Mutalists get baited towards the natural base. He may push down that left side of the map.
Yo, this is so nice. This is exactly what we saw.
The main base, though. Link run by into the main base of Ryung.
Uh-oh.
Why would there be a link run by into the main base of Hydra? Saber, go to the main base of Ryung!
They're everywhere. As everything is all over the place. And now Ryung is going to be pushing down the middle as well. 3-3 has just got into lay. Almost, guys. And it does just now finish. 3-3 is done. And the fourth base is going to be landing. Those drops from Ryung bought him the time that Hydra wasn't able to go ahead and do a big attack when he was maxed.
Yo, he cleaned up hell of creep with this one on too, but it's not receded just yet. Widowmine's going to plow through the Marines. Not enough remain to really take on the Mutalists, but at the same time, those Lings are a little bit further behind than I thought, so maybe he'll lose some of the Mutalists with this attack. Thor getting some nice shots off, and Ryung will hold the edge of the creep. Oh, this one's played out of nowhere with a great shot on the Banelings.
And there could be another one here if he just pulls back. Target fire.
Goes up on
that. The Marauders soaked it up.
Yeah, Marines going to push this back. Thor may have died, but that's okay. He's relying on the Marines for the damage at this point.
Yeah, the gold base of Hydra is already up too, though. So, although he's not lost any of his bases, he's continuing to expand. He is up in supply, Hydra is. Ryung is looking to make something happen here. There are no Banelings just yet. That's an awkward position, but it's actually pretty good for Ryung since there's no Banelings. They are going to be coming soon. Mutas don't give a damn about no choke point.
No, they certainly don't. Giving chase into the Marines like this can sometimes be dangerous because you don't know what the Widowmine shots are going to look like, but kind of funny to see the amount of Banelings morphing in right now. 26, right outside of his face. He's already got a ton he's got to deal with first. Planting Fortress is going to help a ton. It's probably going to go down here due to the friendly fire. No, the repairs on the SV's looking pretty darn good so far. Great hold out of Ryung.
A really big waste of Banelings there from Hydra. A little bit indecisive, deciding not to go for the planetary itself, or for the SCVs, or for the army.
Oh, where there's Widowmines in the burrow. Shots going off of the Banelings. Great shot on the tail end of the Banelings. More Widowmines on the right side.
Wow, this is just too much.
He's got it.
Those Widowmines have been just absolutely fantastic.
This is really starting to spiral out of control. Hydra is down in Mutalists. He's trying to make more. He's got 3-3 on the way. And still, though, 85 drones is why he's not tapping out right now, folks. He might be behind a resources loss. He's taking the worst engagements of his life. But with so much income, as long as he gets those injects rolling again, yes, we see 78 Zerglings maxing right now.
Yeah, that is so many of them. I don't believe he got the adrenal glands, but he is going to be getting that 3-3, as you pointed out. But these Widowmines are just everywhere, and every time these mutas float around, wow. Overseer getting taken out, but hey, that's not bad, especially when you have a big flock of mutas like that. But this is ridiculous. It is spiraling out of control. The fourth base up for Ryung. Widowmine even trying to get a bit cheeky at the gold base. Not going to happen, though. Not in my house, says that Mutalist flock. And
it's big.
Yeah,
it's big.
It is pretty big, man. I would definitely not mess with that.
Well, we got that Hive tech finally coming to swing here for Hydra. You know, it's not just about the 3-3 that's going to be beneficial. Adrenal Gland's going to help a ton with trying to attack buildings. Not going to be that biggest deal versus Marines, but most importantly, it's that possibility of those Ultras. Last time we saw Ultras tonight, they were alone, they were unsupported, they were not very good.
Yeah.
But this time around, he's got a lot of units still alive, the Mutal is still standing, and I think the Ultras will work out just fine.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a pretty good map once again to use them on. Ooh. The Muta retention, once again, using them to go ahead and really harass that economy of Ryung at his fourth base. But the other side of the map is what he needs to worry about.
19 Mutalists have died this game, but more fun is 361 Zerglings and 155 Marines have died so far as well.
Damn, that is crazy, man.
Bailey's going to roll to clean up the drop. He's not going to get that Spire Snipe, not like this. Gold base under attack at the same time. Looking to push up here. There's a couple Bailings more morphing in as well. If he's going to go for the hatchery Snipe, he's got to do it now because the Bailings are so close to finishing.
Yep, and there they come. He's not going to go for it. Uh-oh.
Oh, could someone just teach Thors to not auto-target Overseers? God damn it. That was such a sick shot lined up and he misses it. Otherwise, get some decent shots as well, but that's pretty much it for Ryung's push on this side. He's going to reconsolidate with reinforcements, but I don't know if he can really push into the gold just yet.
Yeah, and the fact that the gold is continuing to be mining means that Hydra can continue to defend. He's going to transition into those Ultras. He does have a decent amount of support, but not like he has Infestors or anything, so if it is off creep, those Marauders and Marines will be able to kite it. But that's a lot of units coming out of Ryung. He is not letting off either. He has the better army supply, but Hydra's economy is just pretty damn good at the moment. I'm not going to lie. He did lose a few of the drones, but it's still fine, especially because the main and the natural have started to mine out. So unless he's aggressively expanding, those drones are actually going to come back to bite him in the butt if he's not able to utilize them. At least for now. Just for now. That army supply of Ryung is looking mighty scary. 127 to 105. Setting up all this pressure. Lings are on the other side trying to get maybe a counterattack. But that means that they're not over here dealing with the drop, or at least with the army position at the gold.
The Ultras revealed at this point too. Now fully aware that his opponent is on that hive tech if he didn't realize from the upgrades beforehand. And he doesn't really have the army to fight this right now. Coming back home, maybe the production's looking great. He's got Marauders coming out. He's got Marines on the way. He's going for weapon upgrades for vehicles even too. But right now, he doesn't have what it's going to take to deal with this. Not with this many Banelings still in play. Oh, this command center. Lift the command center. No point in trying to make it into anything. It's just going to go down.
Yep, you got to cancel it. Mutas are going to be able to kill it, but not as fast, of course, as the Lings and the Ultras.
Ooh, Medevac goes down to the Spore Crawler, nicely positioned. Queens in the middle of the map, transfusing each other like crazy.
Whoa!
Wow! Transfuses are so stupid. People think Medevacs are good. Let me introduce you to my 5 friends, the Queens.
The Queens, man. Oh, the Stone Age. Moving on through, just going to actually be so resilient. I can't believe they actually survived that, yeah.
Ryung had a really nice lead earlier on, but was never able to push through to win off of it. I feel like right now, his best bet is for me to ult F4 out of the game.
I know. I mean, Rifkin. You mean, if he sees you leave, he'll know.
I gotta do it.
Oh, boy.
Root for that,
here you go, man. Good luck. Have fun. Here we go now. The Ultralists are going to be attacking the Planetary Fortress. The Banelings could get some hits on all of those SCVs. The Mutas are going to fly on in because there are no more turrets. 160 to 85 supply. I don't even think the curse is going to be strong here. I don't think that trying to get rid of it, Rifkin, is going to work out here for Ryung. He is down to 39 SCVs and 30 army supply. GG will be called, and Hydra is your second place finisher for the Group D of the round of 32 in the ASL Prime League Season 4.